Hi, good morning, children. Let's start a day with one positive thought. Freedom is nothing but a chance to be better. So, here what they are telling, freedom is nothing but whatever the freedom we are getting, it is a chance for us to be a better. Okay, welcome you all for social class. So in the last session or the last class, we have seen about democracy, that is democracy in the contemporary world, in the whole worldwide, how people were struggling for democracy and how they struggled and how they got democracy and how they adopted democracy in their country. And even we have seen some international organization where it's helping other countries to be equal and with the cooperation and for the security. In today's class, so as we have already seen that democracy in the contemporary world, in today's class, let us just continue with the same civics, that is, what is democracy and why do we need democracy? So in the last chapter, children, what and all we have learnt, but we didn't understand what exactly the meaning of democracy. Why do we need democracy? What are the features of democracy? Or what are the, yes, advantages or drawbacks, disadvantages of democracy? Yes or no? And how do we discriminate a democratic country and a non-democratic country? So how can we discriminate? Only if we know the features of democracy, then it will be easy for us to discriminate a democratic country and a non-democratic country. So in today's class, we'll just see about the democracy. Okay, so how democracy exactly works, why do we need to be, follow this democracy as a form of government, all those things. Yes, children. So your civics second chapter, that is, what is democracy? Why do we need democracy? Why democracy? Okay, let us see. Today we are going to discuss about definition of democracy, a simple meaning of the definition we'll see, and then features of democracy. In that we can see the first one, that is the major decisions by elected leaders. In that we can see some stories are the examples of few countries, that is Pakistan under General Musharraf. And then we can see the one more point, that is free and fair electoral competition, that is elections held in various places, that maybe we can see in China, Mexico and Syria. And then we'll go for recapitulation. Today we are going to see only two features. Okay, children? Yes. So many times, whenever I ask you people, what is the meaning of democracy? What do you people will tell? Yes, exactly. Many times I have seen you will give the meaning of this definition of Abraham Lincoln. That is, democracy is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. So here if we see this democracy as in this perception, that is democracy, this is the government by the people, of the people and for the people. That means the entire democracy plays a role of people alone. We will not be seeing any other perception or other concept. Is it correct, children? Is it a broader way we are thinking that democracy is only about the people? No. So same way in your textbook also you can see some conversation between few students and the teacher. So the ideas or the perception of a person to person will be different, as we all know that. Yes or no? So for example, my idea or my thought towards one particular thing will be different. Same way your idea or the perception will be different. Okay. So here what happened, kids are discussing, ma'am, this is not fair enough. Once we have discussed the entire chapter about democracy in the contemporary world, but now we are going to see or understand the meaning of democracy. Is it fair? Yes, children, of course it is fair, because it is not necessary to understand how people struggled in all over the world for democracy. Is not necessary that we should know what is the meaning of democracy. Yes or no? So, we'll be using in our daily life, you can see the many things we'll be using. But if we start asking the definition for each thing, do you people know that? For example, rainfall, we'll be telling. So, we'll be generally telling rain. But when the time comes to differentiate precipitation, rain, drizzling, all those things, then only you'll start distinguish. Understand? So same way, in today's class, we will be discussing in a broader way, broader meaning of democracy, just to differentiate between the democratic countries and the non-democratic countries. Okay, children? Yes, let us continue. Yes, the first we can see a simple meaning or definition of democracy. So this thing every time you people will be knowing about that. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. So here you are understanding democracy is a form of government. We can see it is one of the form of government where in every countries will be following some form of government. So even democracy is also one of the form of government in which in that government rulers are elected by the people. That means the rulers are the leaders are the rulers who will be ruling the country. They will be elected by the people. Okay, so guys, you understood the meaning, right? Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. Guys, remember, this is very much important. You can see this picture also. The people are pulling it. They are trying to fix democracy. Yes. So once if we start thinking about, the meaning, or if we start observe this meaning in a broader way, in a serious way. So we'll be start thinking the many questions. Many questions will arise in our mind. So for example, if we have seen in the definition, that is, it is a form of government where the rulers are elected by the people. That means here we'll get a question that who are the rulers in this definition? Whom do we consider it as a rulers? Yes or no? And then do you think the rulers will be having the decision making power in the democracy? So these are all the questions will be coming to our mind. And the next one, what kind of election constitutes a democratic election? That means we can see in many countries they are following the election. Then all the things do we call it as a democracy? All those elections? No. So what exactly makes a democratic election? What are the criteria an election should follow to be a democratic election? There will be some questions. And then who are the people who can elect the rulers or get elected as rulers? So here we can see the people. We will be selecting the leader. So what is the criteria we will be following? Whether all the people can select the leaders or the rulers, or else who has to be select as the rulers? There will be some questions. The same time, what kind of a form of government is democracy? What kind or what form of government do we call it as a democracy? In democracy, do you think the rulers can do whatever they want? Or they can take decisions however they want? Or is there any limitation for rulers also? Understand? So we'll be getting the lot of questions in our mind by seeing them, the definition of democracy. Understand, children? So by considering these four, the questions, we'll be understanding the features of democracy. Guys, hope you understood, right? By considering these 4 questions, today we are going to understand about the features of democracy. So in today's class, we'll be seeing only this first 2 features. That is about the rulers and about the fair elections. Okay, let's move on, children. Very good. Yes. So here we can see major decisions by elected leaders. That means the maximum major decision making power whether we have given to the elected leaders or not. Let us see here. First, here we are taking an example of Pakistan. Okay, see here. Why General Musharraf should not be called a democracy? So whatever the administration, in the last chapter also, children, we have seen about the many countries, about Chile we have seen, about Poland we have seen, about Ghana we have seen, about Myanmar we have seen, and even our neighboring countries like Nepal and Pakistan also we have seen. So what happened in Pakistan? Yes, people were following democracy, but immediately it was overthrown by the military corps. Understand? So they started to follow, yes, dictatorship. So here there is a question will arise in our mind, why General Musharraf should not be called a democracy, or his administration, why we are not calling as a democracy. Okay, let us see what are the reasons for that. See here. In Pakistan, General Musharraf led a military coup in October 1999 and overthrew a democratically elected government and declared himself the chief executive of the country. So here what happened, as I told you people, we have learned in the first chapter also. Guys, do you remember? Yes. So that time what happened? The Pakistan accepted democracy, but it was very soon overthrown by the military people. Yes or no? So here we can see that the General Musharraf led a military coup in October 1999 and overthrew a democratically elected government. So, and immediately has overthrew that democratically elected government. That means the leaders who was elected by the people were overthrown, and he himself declared him as a chief executive of the country. Guys, remember, he declared himself as, yes, chief executive of the country. And then later he conducted a referendum which was based on malpractices and fraud. He changed his designation as president in 2002. So later what happened? He declared himself as a chief executive of the country. And guys, do you remember what is the meaning of referendum? Yes, children, just recall what is the meaning of referendum? Yes, that means the people will be having right to select for their leaders. So what happens, even in Pakistan, the General Musharraf, he started to have he conducted the referendum. But his referendum was full of malpractices and the fraud, because you can see many of democracy activists, many of the newspapers, magazines and all, they started to tell his referendum was full of malpractices and fraud. But he changed his designation as president in the year of 2002. Guys, remember, you have to understand, when his designation became, president in the year of 2002, and his referendum was full of malpractices and fraud, and he himself declared as a chief executive of the country. Okay, children, hope you all understanding the concept.